This is it, boys.
Jeff Keighley,
Hey!
a minute away from the reveal of Crash 4. Before we get to that, I want to thank Outer Wilds for that incredible musical performance. Crash is coming right up. Alf, yes, that Alf will be
Fucking
joining
Alf?
us. We also have Day of the Devs.
Paul
produced
Fusco?
by Double Fine and I Am 8-Bit. Look at a ton of interesting, progressive, artistic, independent games across the entire game industry. You'll see first look trailers, brand new footage, and some really interesting games you may not have heard of, but I think you're going to like over an hour of content in Day of the Devs. But right now, things are getting started with the reveal and first look at Crash 4. Enjoy it.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Hey guys, Jeff Keighley. Welcome to Summer Game
Hold on,
Fest.
I'm gonna
We've got
get a drink
a
of water.
great show kicking off this week for you. I'm really excited to be doing yet another week of video game announcements. And one of the things. What's that sound outside?
I've got an extra special package for.
Oh, he's Crash.
Chief.
Costume Crash is back.
Geo.
Oh.
Keg legs.
I love Costume Crash.
I'm just messing with you. Jeff Keighley.
Oh, I'm trembling, y'all.
Not this again. I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. This guy always crashing my important shows.
Yep.
I'm gonna see what this is, but let me tell you, it better be worth it.
Crash is wearing a mask. I feel bad for the person who's wearing it.
Crash, I really don't want the dirt that you have on Vortex.
No. This is the Crash 4 trailer.
For real?
Wait, for real, for real?
Reals.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Crash Bandicoot,
Oh!
you banished me to the past. But all it did was give me more time to plan your doom.
Oh my! Whoa, get Cortex! Whoa! It's about time. Go get Crash for a totally new game. You can rail slide now. Hey, it's the hoverboard from Crash 2. It's about new powers. What, the anti-gravity? Oh, that mask is a good guy. It's about new worlds. T-Rex. Getting chased by a giant something. Crash. He plays Cortex too. Coco! Look at her. Oh, she looks great. Crash looks great too. Engine. What the Guitar Hero boss? Come on. You can wall run now? It's about wumping time. Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time.
How many times have you beaten this clown anyway? 3.
Ah.
Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
Oh, totally 2 fewer skins.
That's right. Here's the big news. Crash 4, a brand new.
So it's a
Crash
direct
game
sequel to
is
Crash
coming
3.
This October, and right now I am joined by Paul from Toys for Bob to tell us about the brand new Crash game. Paul, we have been waiting for so long for something new.
Look at Crash.
Of course, Activision has done some amazing remasters of the Crash trilogy and CTR, but this is a brand
Same sound effects
new Crash game built from the ground up.
That's right. It's hard to believe, but it's been over 10 years since we've
Been
seen
12.
a new entry into the series. So I'm delighted to finally
Coco.
this secret that we've been sitting on for a while. This brand new Crash 4. It's about time, and it's a play on the fact that we've been waiting for so long, but also it's a game that's literally about time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get into it because the trailer is filled with so much information. I mean, playable Neo Cortex, Coco, Crash.
Gameplay.
I'm curious, like what you guys had worked on, the remasters of Crash, but now to start with a new game, there's so much trepidation about like what's going to be a worthy, follow-on, calling it Crash 4. How did you guys approach this? Like, what kind of game did you want to build?
Yeah, I guess the first thing is we asked ourselves where did we want to start. And though technically this is the 8th game in the series,
Yeah.
all of the fan reception that was coming out of the Insane trilogy, we wanted to go back to the original trilogy and start from that. We're deliberately calling this Crash 4 because we want to key it off of the original trilogy that was developed by Naughty Dog. And that was certainly a high point in the series, both critically and commercially. And so that's where the events are going to key off of. We're starting right at the end of that when Dr. Neocortex, Entropy, and Ugu have been banished to this distant planet, and they finally found a way, after many fruitless attempts, they found a way to break out, and in doing so, they've torn this gigantic hole in the universe and exposed the fact that there's a multiverse.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be up to the Bandicoots, Crash, and Coco to restore that order by reuniting the 4 great quantum masks.
Oh, the quantum masks.
The gameplay style,
So
I think
good guys.
A lot of people were probably wondering, hey, Crash in 2020, how much of it is the more linear, classic Crash levels, and of course now, like, people wonder, like, is it an open world Crash game? How are you doing it? Like, tell us about balancing kind of the old style of gameplay, which is certainly not broken. We love it, versus the tendency to do, new styles of gameplay. Based on the trailer, it looks like you're being kind of so faithful to the original style of Crash versus making it some big, 3D open world. But is that correct? Like, how did you approach the actual style of the gameplay?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think what we've heard was
anti-gravity.
People have found that style of gameplay to be really refreshing to return to, and so we wanted to key off of that. And
look at the gameplay.
When we observe some of the other games and platformers and how they've evolved over time, you're totally right. They've gone to a place where they're a little bit more open in nature, and as a consequence, the challenges and things that you interact with are a little bit more sparse and spread out. It encourages exploration. Maybe there's a little bit more focus on collection and combat.
Crates look a little different.
When we think about classic Crash gameplay, it's dense and it's focused. And it's really the streams of hazards and the challenges, the platforming challenges, they come and there's almost a rhythmic quality to it in how reliable it is. And I know that for me, when I learn a level and I understand the nuance of the timing and the placement of all the different hazards, you can enter into a sort of flow state when you understand that kind of musicality.
Okay.
Multiple playable characters. How are you doing that? Is it kind of like by level, or how, like we saw Coco and Neo playable in there? How does that work in the scheme of the gameplay?
So Crash and Coco, you're going to be able to choose between them at any point in time. They share the same moveset. Over the course of the adventure, you're going to encounter some new friends, some familiar faces. And you're right, there's going to be some new playable characters. We're teasing today Dr. Neocortex. He's got a completely different moveset from Crash and Coco. So where the Bandicoots kind of barrel through and they've got the ability to spin and slide and belly slam.
Coco has the same leg drop.
Neocortex is he's a little bit more of a cerebral character. He's a mad scientist. He's got inventions and he relies on his intellect. So he's got a ray gun that he carries around with him. And that ray gun has the ability to transmogrify hazards and enemies into platforms. He can choose between changing them into a static solid platform or a bouncy platform that gives him access to higher elevations. So his gameplay and the levels that are built specifically for his moveset is going to be a completely different flavor. It's going to be a little bit more strategic, a little bit more cerebral. And I think players are going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about when to encounter a hazard, whether or not to change it into a platform, and what type of platform they're going to need at that point in the obstacle.
Very different from how he plays from Insanity, I guess.
It seems ambitious that you're adding more elements to it, and then also you mentioned the masks. How do those work?
So the quantum masks, there's 4 of them in this game, and over the course of the adventure, they're scattered across the universe. You're going to have to rescue them from the clutches of certain bosses, both familiar and new. The quantum mask, 2 of them that we're talking about today, is the time mask and the gravity mask. And masks in this franchise, they've got a lot of personality. They've got their own names and their own voices and their own powers. So the time mask, her name is Kapunova. And when Crash uses Kapunawa, he's got the ability to slow down time to a crawl.
Cool.
So for obstacles that are beyond, just way too fast to interface with at normal speeds, he's going to be able to slow things down and then get past those obstacles.
That's awesome.
And in addition to that, he'll be able to get past nitro crates, which have traditionally been a one-hit, one-kill type of thing.
Yeah.
With the power of time, he's going to be able to slow things down, trigger that explosive, and then get out just barely before that explosion obliterates everything in its path.
Holy shit. Damn.
The second mask is the gravity mask, and his name is Ika.
Ika.
So when Crash
I like that
spawns
dude.
on Ika, he's going to be able to flip the direction of gravity and walk on the top of ceilings, walk upside down underneath platforms to get past impossible obstacles.
I'm really excited to play this.
Yeah.
I was playing Crash back when the original PlayStation first came out.
Me too.
Activision's done a great job with the remasters, but to have a totally new game, I think, is what everyone was hoping for.
And there's rail sliding now.
We're bringing it to life. So congrats for doing this, and thanks for
Angel Death!
a work from home situation. It's awesome to see, and can't wait to get to play it later this year.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure, and I think it's an exciting time for games, and I'm so glad that we could reintroduce Crash, a new version and a new adventure at this time.
October 2nd, 2020.
We have it, Crash 4. We've got Day of the Devs coming up shortly, but right now we are going to introduce you to Summer Game Fest tech correspondent. He is joining us from lockdown, and I'm really excited about this. Please give a warm welcome to Alf.
Alf?
How is your lockdown going?
Fucking Alf?
Talk lockdown?
Ah!
I'll give you lockdown.
What?
For the past 30 years, I've spent every day hiding from the United States government.
Oh my god.
So I've got some stay-at-home gaming tips for Summer Game Fest.
Damn.
Are you ready? Here they are. Tip number 1.
I love Alf.
Clean off all the fur from your controller every 20 minutes. Because there's nothing worse than getting your analog sticks jammed up with hair. Okay? That's a good one. Tip 2. Don't charge your controller in the microwave. Bad idea.
Oh my.
Learn that one the hard way. Tip number 3. Don't play Warzone with E.T. Alright? He cheats, he's a sore loser, and he doesn't know how to use airstrikes. Just doesn't understand it. Okay. Tip 4. Don't wear pants. Embrace the freedom. And with that, it's time to raid someone's stream.
No, Alf, we've got a whole Day of the Devs thing still to go. We are certainly not done yet.
Oh, I think you've been done ever since that Doritos segment.
What?
Can I get some F's in chat for Kaylee's career?
It's Keeley.
Keeley.
Alf.
Kaylee.
But thanks. Summer Game Fest tech correspondent, Alf. Thanks for joining us, Alf. We'll see you a little later. Right now, though, we have a special announcement about something coming new to Smite. Check it out.
And so what the Avatar?
This world is in trouble.
We can't let this happen.
Huh.
They need our help.
Oh my god. Avatar coming back again too? And Zuko. I need to watch Avatar again, man. Now that it's been on Netflix. Hey, Korra. I just haven't. I'm trying to finish some other shows before I choose to watch Avatar again. I don't know what Smite is, but
All right, coming up next.
that was fun to watch.
But I understand, Alf, you wanted to come back on the stream already.
Alf.
Since I have to stream for 24 hours on Twitch to become a partner, I might as well burn a few more minutes now.
Okay, what did you have in mind, Alf?
I want to talk to you about your fancy game consoles. Because on Melmac, we were far more advanced in gaming technology. When I attended Reform School, I majored in software development.
Oh, really?
Where I created what you Earthlings call Hatsune Miku. And no, it's not a sake.
Alf, we've got Day of the Devs coming up. Could you cut to the chase?
So I have to admit, I was a little confused last week when I was watching the PlayStation 5 stream and I saw everybody oohing and eyeing about all those fancy graphics. All right, now, don't get me wrong. The cat in Stray looked very nice. So realistic,
Stray.
I could almost smell the barbecue sauce.
Oh my god, dude.
You guys might think Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 7 look great. Ha! Huh. On Melmac, our cave paintings had more pixels. And in our version of Grand Theft Auto, you really did real time. Yeah. So
That
I
makes
still have
sense,
2 stars above my head in the Andromeda Galaxy. Just to let you know.
The nearby
I hope
galaxy.
you guys keep improving your games, and one day, when the fur technology is good enough, maybe I will finally make my triumphant return to video games. Now, if you have any ideas, my DMs are always open.
When's the
At
last?
least as soon as my account is unsuspended. Now it's time
When's the last
for
time
the
you had a
Day of
game?
the Devs Developer Showcase, looking at a series of inspiring new independent games. Enjoy the show and the rest of Summer Game Fest.
All right, recording the audio.
None of these spider webs on here.
Well, they're dead spider webs. And then I'm starting the video.
All
So I'm starting the video, so you don't start the video.
right.
So listen to me so I can do the clap. Okay? Got me, man? Ready?
Now I can go on Twitter
Don't
again.
press start. Just wait for me to go here. Okay, ready?
So,
Okay, action. Oh, hello there. Caught me airing out my skulls. I need to have them all ready for the big Day of the Devs Summer Games Fest.
oh yeah,
We're going to be showing a lot of cool games today. And you need the skulls to be at optimum performance.
So yeah, that explains why Tana looks the way she does now. That explains her redesign because of the multiverse thing, and because of the whole multiverse aspect, and so yeah, this game seems to have the premise seems to be like a combination of
Hello and welcome to the Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest Showcase. We're going to be showing you some great
it's
indie
Tim
games.
Shaver. Anyway, so the game Crash 4 seems to have a combination of like the premise seems to be like a combination of Crash Warped and Crash Toward Sanity, being with like time travel and alternate dimensions and whatnot, and so this is when they first discovered the multiverse apparently. So yeah, it's a mid sequel, I guess. It's a direct sequel to Crash 4, and yet it's still the 8th game in the series. And so, yeah, I am so fucking excited. Yeah, it's coming out on October 2nd. I believe that's what they say, October 2nd. Let me check my calendar. Let me check what day of the week that falls on, if I can remember where the fucking calendar is. Boop, 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 boop. October 2nd, that's a Friday. So it's only about just a little over 4 months. And so, yeah. There are my pins. So, yeah, I am super fucking excited. What the hell kind of game is this? Okay, let me, the reaction videos are probably just bursting out the scene. And so, the Crash 4 reveal was only for the first 10 minutes, the first 10-15 minutes of that, and so yeah, I'm super fucking excited. Last night, my nerves were just my nerves were just they were really heightened all night long last night, and so yeah, for the moment I got home from my dad's house to the moment I went to bed, and yeah, I could just feel this deep embedded excitement and anticipation for today for both Smash Brothers and Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, This is a shorter video than I thought, much shorter than the Smash Bros. One, like half the length. I was about to say half the size, but yeah, it's like half the length of of the Smash Bros. Reaction video. So yeah, I when I first found out about this, the rumors are true, obviously, and when we first saw that teaser on what was that, Thursday or something? Yeah, the teaser for the new mask character via a puzzle of all fucking things, and that was awesome. And then that very same night, the box art for the new game was leaked. Crisp, clean, fucking JPEG image of the fucking game. So and then the next night, screenshots for the trailer leaked. I barely looked at those because, well, I didn't want to. I went ahead and just decided to look at the box art for the game because I figured, well, I figured I'd stumble upon this like at some point, whether I wanted to or not. So I figured I'd just check it out, and I thought Crash and Coco looked great, and so and then even further back, merchandise for the new game was leaked, revealing their new designs, and that was like several weeks before the mask was first teased in a puzzle, and anyway, then after the saw the box art and everything. That was the very first leak in which I actually wanted to fully investigate. Never in a million fucking years would I do this for Super Smash Brothers. But for this, I figured, well, it just felt, I felt like like I said, it's the only leak in history, gaming leak in history, that I wanted to check out and see for myself. So the trailer screenshots I barely looked at because they just showed up in my Twitter feed. I'm like, no. So yeah, seeing the trailer though was really fucking exciting. Yeah, I'm going to go on the Crash Wiki, see if any new artwork has been released for the game. If there's a cleaner version of the box art, that way I can have yeah, because the leaked image wasn't that clean. It was still wasn't completely high res, but it was close. So yeah, I am so excited for the new Crash Bandicoot game, and yeah, it's been way too fucking long, man. It's been 12 years since a brand new installment. And it's funny, Mind Over Moon is the only game in the mainline series I never played. So I mean, not like I would want to anymore, but I'm getting a little bit off topic. So Crash 4, the wait is fucking killing me. I cannot wait for fucking October 2nd, and so we also all of us PS5 title, but I guess it's not. So yeah, I guess it's coming out at the tail end of the 8th generation's life cycle. It's going to be one of the last new games to come out for the 8th generation, it seems. And what a great way to end off the 8th generation, if I do say so myself. Now, as for the redesigns, they look good. They look quite good, but different, but good. The designs are faithful to the Insane Trilogy. I do prefer the Insane Trilogy's and Nitro Fueled's art style, but I do like this new art style. This is one of the first redesigns besides the Insane Trilogy for the Crash characters in a very long time, in which I could actually get behind and I can actually like. So, because for a long time, the Crash's design from Crash to Insanity was my favorite design all the way up until the Insane Trilogy, and then in my opinion, the Insane Trilogy designs for all the characters were, in my opinion, in that art style, those characters have never looked better. But Toys for Bob is going for a different art style in this episode. Again, faithful to the Insane Trilogy, yes, and they do look good. They look just a little different, but they still look faithful to the Insane Trilogy, which thank God, because I was worried for about yet another new redesign for this game and me not liking it. So, because Crash Bandicoot has the series has this terrible fucking tendency to redesign its other game, and I don't know why it never stuck with a consistent art style. I thought they were going to stick with the Insane and Natural Field art style. They might in titles after this. I don't know. I don't know what art style they're going to stick with anymore. I really don't fucking know. But yeah. So I think I've rambled on and on and on long enough. But yeah. So I'm very fucking excited. It's been way too long since a new Crash Bandicoot game was released. So I don't think they're actually. At least I don't think they are. So, if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, ring the bell to be notified of future videos I make, and after this, I have plenty more Lattice on the way. So yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back. I need to get something. There it is. We did it. Time has finally come for a brand new game. Now, and I mean literally, the only thing that needs to happen left for Crash Bandicoot is for him to make it in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I have a feeling he's going to be the very next fighter for Challenger Pack number 7. And hopefully Coco too, maybe. I don't know. But maybe having both Crash and Coco. But I don't give a shit. I've been a fan. I've been a fan of these characters since I was in fucking diapers. So yeah, these characters mean the world to me. If I haven't made that obvious enough, right? So anyway, I'm going to have to end off the video because this video is going on way too long. So once again, I am Alex Swimmer, aka AP3 Jones. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That's it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Yeah. It is about time. Did it crash? Did. Whoa! I meant to throw him on the bed, but I kind of don't want to end the video, but yeah. Like it's just now sinking in that we're getting a brand new Crash game.